What's wrong? Didn't Lin Bifeng buy that pair of sacred blood wings? How did it end up in Son of Heaven's hand? Ha Sein frowned, feeling puzzled. Although Son of Heaven's eyesight was not as good as Ha Sein's, Ha Sein's eye-catching golden outfit was easy to recognize. After seeing Ha Sein, Son of Heaven speeded up toward the mystery island. Obviously, he did not want to be approached by Ha Sein. Ha Sein was still far from Son of Heaven and decided to go to the island directly. This is a great opportunity to kill Son of Heaven. Now that he is alone, and none of his gang member is with him. Maybe I could even get rid of him right now. Squinting his eyes, Ha Sein flew toward the island. Son of Heaven's wings were no slower than purple-winged dragons. Ha Sein was not able to close in. The wind became cold when he went higher up, but Ha Sein felt nothing. Because he had sacred blood armor and jade skin. On the other hand, Son of Heaven was not that lucky. His armor only covered his upper body and he was shuddering. If it was not because Son of Heaven had almost maxed out on all his Geno points, even with the sacred blood beast soul wings, he wouldn't be able to fly up to the mystery island. After flying for a while, Son of Heaven's eyebrows and hair became white with ice. Damn it, why is the wind so strong? Son of Heaven cursed. It was also the first time for him to come to a mystery island. He had seen it before, but he did not have sacred blood beast soul wings and was not able to go up. Son of Heaven had slowed down. It seemed that he was really frozen. When Ha Sein was hesitating whether or not he should rush over, he saw someone else flying toward the island. Steel Armor Shelter has more sacred blood wings. Who is the owner? Keen Shan. Feeling odd, Ha Sein took another look and it was Thumb who was flapping a pair of bat-like wings. Ha Sein frowned. Although he knew Thumb, but they could not be called friends, and Thumb did not know that he was Dollar either. Using the identity of Dollar and as a competitor for the sacred blood beast souls on the mystery island, he was now Thumb's enemy. While Ha Sein was still thinking, Son of Heaven quickly flew to Thumb. Which surprised Ha Sein. Although Son of Heaven and Thumb had some collaborations, they represented two major gangs in the shelter. It seemed odd that Son of Heaven had proactively approached Thumb. How about you and I work together to get rid of Dollar first? Son of Heaven said to Thumb. Why would I work with you? Thumb curled his lips and said, I can sell you the warframes that you want with 10% off. Son of Heaven said without blinking his eyes. 20% off, sad Thumb. All right, but you have to help me gain this sacred blood beast soul. Deal. After reaching the agreements, the two flew to Ha Sein. Ha Sein saw them, but did not seem to panic. Dollar, I am so sorry. I respect you a lot and do not want to antagonize you. However, Son of Heaven has paid well and I have to fight you. If you leave now, I will not stop you, Thumb said to Ha Sein aloud. I understand. But I have to get the sacred blood beast soul on the island, Ha Sein said calmly. Cut the crap. If you still want the discount, you know what to do. Son of Heaven summoned his bloody red sword and slashed at Ha Sein, holding his round shield with one hand, and a broadsword in the other. Thumb rushed to Ha Sein as well. The shield was the one that Ha Sein gave to Thumb, so Ha Sein knew how good it was. However, Ha Sein did not plan to retreat. Drawing his Shura katana out, he cut it to Son of Heaven's sword. Son of Heaven of course recognized the katana, which might be stronger than the Zed steel weapons, but was not even close to his sacred blood sword. Not only was Dollar's weapon inferior to Son of Heaven's, but Son of Heaven had almost maxed out on all his Geno points and with his hyper Geno art, so he was definitely stronger than Dollar in physique. A few months ago, when Dollar was fighting Qin Shan, he was not even able to beat her. Son of Heaven did not think that the guy's strength could be compared to his in such a short amount of time. Even though Dollar's strength was similar to his, Dollar would lose his balance after trying to block Son of Heaven's sword. By then, HW would have to take the deadly attack from Thumb. There was a dull noise of metal on metal. Bang! Son of Heaven was blown away by Hasain. He was only able to steady himself after a few seconds and his face darkened. How could he have become so strong? Son of Heaven could not accept the fact that Hasain's strength was so much greater than his. He had almost maxed out on all Geno points. Thumb, who had to come to Dollar, growled and attacked with his broadsword. However, Hasain's katana was so fast that when Thumb had only drawn his broadsword, Hasain's katana was already hitting his shield. Bang! Thumb was also blown away, which shocked Son of Heaven even more. He had seen Thumb's strength and how great his shield was. Dollar could ignore Thumb and his shield, which made him wonder how strong Dollar was right now. Hasain originally only wanted to test how well could he do at this point. It seemed that the effect was even better than he had imagined. Even Son of Heaven, who had almost maxed out on all Geno points, was inferior to him. The enhancement brought by Jade Skin was indeed tremendous. But then he thought of Zhu Longyan, who was able to use Jade Skin to cut a mutant weapon like it was made of tofu after being severely injured, and believed that he could do so much more with this hyper Geno art. Son of Heaven and Thumb became serious and attacked Hasain at the same time. Hasain used one katana to fight two foes and forced them to step back, using Blade Storm. In steel armor shelter, those who were watching their fight with binoculars were dumbstruck. Although they knew that Dollar was very strong, they did not realize that he was so strong that even Son of Heaven and Thumb combined could not stop him.